Okay.
Now you guys got to find out who the other 9 people are.
That's right. All those people behind you. Where do you want to go?
Oh, just over here. I'm with Jim Mars, the New York Times bestseller, author of Crossfire, which is the book behind the Oliver Stone movie JFK. You're the man with the research, you're the man with the information. How was it working with Oliver Stone at that time?
Well, let's just say he was very focused.
Very focused.
Yeah, but I understand that because, you know, when you're doing a motion picture of that magnitude, it's like the Normandy invasion. I mean, you know, it's like a general trying to run an army, and so, you know, you got to really be focused on what you're doing.
So yeah, the information in JFK, I really enjoyed it, and I think it was a great movie, and I think I wish with Oliver Stone was more investigative. He had a researcher like you for his 9/11 movie. I think he didn't call you for that one though, did he?
No. But actually I was in touch with him, and I tried to tell him I have a book on 9/11. You need to look behind the official story and see what really happened. I got an email back from him, and he said, well, I'm not really looking for conspiracies on this one. I just want to talk about
maybe had a different paymaster on that one.
Who knows?
Yeah,
but I'll tell you what I was gratified about is that on the movie JFK, he didn't just take my word for it. He didn't just use the information in my book. He had his own research staff, headed by a very sharp lady named Jane Rusconi.
Okay.
And they backtracked, and they looked at the same documents I'd looked at. They looked at the same evidence. They talked to some of the same witnesses. Yeah. And they came to the same conclusion.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Committee on Assassinations. They come up with a very different point of view than the Warren Commission, which is good to find.
But then they pulled their punches.
Yeah.
They were right up to the last minute ready to say that Lee Harvey Oswald did it all by himself, and then they got hoisted on their own petard because they said, well, we're only going to look at scientific evidence, and 2 separate sets of acoustical scientists said, without any question, at least one shot came from the grassy knoll. Since one person can't be in 2 separate places, then that...
I've seen Russian acoustic analysis saying that there was up to five different guns. Was it 4? I can't remember how many, but it was a Russian TV guy. I think it was a Japanese television show that went to Russia.
Yeah, that's very interesting because long ago I kind of came to the reasonable belief that there was probably at least 3 guns, maybe 4 guns aimed at Kennedy.
Yeah, but your new book, it's not quite ready in Australia yet. What's the title of your new work?
The $1 Trillion Conspiracy. How the New World Order, man-made diseases, and zombie banks are destroying the United States, and destroying America. And they're also working at other countries around the world.
So how long have you been working on that? Or were you working on that until you finished it?
That was all last year.
Yeah, that's great.
Of course, it encompasses information and data and stuff that I've been accumulating for years.
That's right. But I've read your book, The Rise of the Fourth Reich. That's very amazing and shocking. I didn't know that Martin Bormann had been whisked away over to South America, and he was running things. And it's very, very curious. But
there's no conclusive evidence, but there's a very strong circumstantial and suggestive evidence that even Hitler got away.
I've seen photographs in Nexus magazine of a very elderly man with the exact same facial structure of Adolf Hitler. And I think, well, maybe it's his doppelganger or something, but it's very curious.
Well, think about this. He was put into power by the financiers of Wall Street, the City of London. They helped build up his Third Reich. If they had actually pushed him to suicide or had him killed, how are they going to get another minion? How are they going to get somebody else to do that? So they used an old technique that's been used throughout history, which is you move him off somewhere, change his appearance a little bit, say, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, that's like what they did with the Russian Revolution, and they had the Tsar and Anastasia. I think they whisked the son of the Tsar to Poland, and he assumed another identity and came out later. And
you might find this interesting. I had a chance to talk to one of Jack Ruby's girls, one of the women who worked at his club, and she actually managed to get into the jail and talk with him, and she said, Jack, I'm just so sorry about your situation. He said, don't worry about it. They're going to tell the world I died of cancer, but they're going to move me to South America. Now, do I believe that happened? No. I think he actually died. But did they tell him that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's a good one.
Kept him quiet.
Keep him in... it's a good way to keep their mouths shut to the grave, isn't it?
Right.
It's an interesting psychological play for them. Yeah, but I really enjoyed your speech. Your presentation was like a slam dunk presentation. You had info after info, bomb, slam. I was really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Do you have a website with that presentation that you can scroll through the PDF and show to?
I'd say this, but I'm not really sure.
Not sure.
Number one, I know I do not have the $1 trillion conspiracy presentation available on a DVD just yet, but it soon will be. Right. But I can't recall if I have the Fourth Reich presentation. It may be available.
Right.
Thank you. I'll go back and check on this. If I don't, I've got those presentations. I could put them on a DVD fairly easily.
Yeah.
And I do sell DVDs as well as my books off my website. That's jimmars.com. Mars with two R's.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, Jim Mars, author of the very interesting and intriguing books, and thank you very much for your time today, and have a good stay in Australia. How long are you going to stay in Australia?
Oh, just a day or two and then head back. I've got to get back and hit the ground running because I have got to get a new expanded, updated version of a 9/11 book ready for next year.
What's the title of that book?
The Terra Conspiracy.
Okay, good.
9/11, Deception, and the Loss of Liberty.
Yeah, can you speak, I mean, this is another cursory point on disinformation with the 9/11 issues, such as, or just disinformation generally, how it's used to...
I just want to say goodbye to Jim.
Sure, there you go.
It's such an honour for him to be here. I mean,
Goodbye.
such an honour for him to be here for us, I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Jim. I really enjoy you on
Well, thank you so
Project
much.
Camelot. And I'm spreading the word. And
Great.
I'll get
Thank
your
you.
book when it
Buy
finally
my
gets here.
book.
Yeah, I'll get your book. And I'm a member of lots of different sites, so I'll be telling a lot of. So thank you very much for being here. It's
Okay,
great.
thank you.
Excellent, yeah.
All right, let me tell you this about 9/11.
Okay.
And I'll end up with this.
Jim Mars, okay.
Hi, Mom. Right now, for 15 years after the Kennedy assassination, it was considered impolite to even talk about it in decent company.
Yep.
We're going through that same type period in the United States where you're just not supposed to talk about 9/11.
Even still, to this day?
Oh yeah, still going on. The media will not discuss it. They
No.
will not bring up pertinent information.
No.
Okay, and anybody who tries to bring up 9/11 is some sort of conspiracy theorist or fantasist. Okay,
Kook is the word.
and
Yeah.
yet I've got to tell you, last year a book was published by a man named John Farmer, who was the senior counsel, the chief lawyer of the official 9/11 Commission.
Yeah.
And in there, he stated that the conclusions and the account of 9/11 as presented to the government, by the government, to the media and the public was totally and inexplicably untrue.
Yep.
So if the if the chief lawyer of the 9/11 Commission says their story is untrue, then why am I such a nut saying let's find out what the truth was?
Yep, exactly so.
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Have a good one.
All righty.